Hey everybody. Hello, hello. Break brother, what's up? Salty, good to see ya. Hi Tori, welcome. Welcome to the Cool and Common Wednesday night book show. I know there's a lot of great book shows on tonight. Tonight we're doing some horror here, my friends. As always, in the store right now, you will find some delectable treats. Maybe about 32 of them or so. But these right here are not in the store. So I'm going to go through these one at a time. We'll stack them and restack them. Right here. Right here. So everybody can see it. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. Thanks so much for coming on in, coming on back. See a few friendly faces there. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, there's a lot of great book shows on tonight. If there is anything you see in the store that you're interested in, you could let me know or just throw down a book pre-bid, and I'll make sure I run everything before the end of the show. If you don't want to miss something on another show, generally speaking, over here, I'm gonna go through these guys first. These are the paperbacks, and then I got some bigger books here. I got a really nice. I don't know if anybody's into it, but a really nice hardcover classic library Frankenstein and Dracula twofer. Really nice. But anyhow, let's start with the paperbacks, and then we'll go from there. All right. Sounds like a plan. Candy, good to see you. All right, so we'll start with a little stack of Anne Rice. I got four of them out here. I think there might be a little Anne Rice in the store too. Actually, this is Merrick. Vampires, witches, the whole nine yards. If you haven't seen the AMC version of Interview with the Vampire, you gotta watch it. You got to watch it. The AMC TV series is just excellent. Excellent. They go into all kinds of. Looks like we got a little writing in here. Year 2000, Vampire Armand is what they wanted to read next, I guess. I don't know. It's got a little wear on it, but it's a nice copy. Okay, let's get this over here. Let's get that over there. Now we're talking. All right, we'll start the first one for $1 because I can. It's my show. I can do what I want. $1. Last 4 seconds. Yeah, that AMC series is just flat out excellent. I thought they should have won a couple of Emmys for last year's series. Was just awesome. I know they're coming back soon with the this year's series. I'm expecting good things. Up next, a little more Anne Rice, 89 written in there. I think this person, for some reason, wrote the year of the book. All you had to do was turn to the page with the publishing thing, right? Originally from '89, yeah. First trade '89. This is the mass market October '91, and Rice is the Mummy. Let's do some Mummy action for three. 15 seconds up and running. That boy Mama, welcome. Shell, good to see you. Mook, hello, hello. Thanks for coming back in, everybody. Appreciate it. Dan, good to see you. Douglas, welcome, welcome. All right, the other Anne Rice we have here, Vittorio the Vampire. Get a little wear on the spine here. Back's in nice shape. Little light tanning on the back. Pages are nice and white. A little tanning on the front, and wrote the year 1999 up there. Vittorio the Vampire. $3.15. All right, and then this Anne Rice right here is the best of the four. Still got the price sticker on it on the back. I can get that off if you want. Cry to Heaven. This one, excellent spine. Little corner wear, light chipping on the corners there. But they never read this one. They never got to it. No writing on the inside cover. May 95, 20th printing. Real nice copy. Nice and square. Cry to Heaven. $3. 15 seconds. Up and running. Moss Flower, good to see you. All right, so nobody's in the mood for Anne Rice. That's okay, but let's do this here. We got one. We got two. We got three. We got four Anne Rice. I'll keep the weight low. I ran them for $3 each. 4 times 3 is 12. Let's do 9. Buy 3, get 1 free. $9, all 4 books. If anyone's interested. Try to give somebody a good deal. Get into some Anne Rice. We do have some Anne Rice in the store too, so feel free to check those out. All right. And let's reach over for some Stephen King. This is a real nice one. Stephen King, The Wastelands, Dark Tower Part 3. Dark Tower Part 3. Love the train and the skull. Spine is clean. Never been cracked. Never been cracked. It's brand new. Look at that. Let's see what she looks like on the inside. White. White. No tanning at all. Let's go gentle here. Yeah, inside looks good. Dark Tower 3. What do we got? 6th printing, 2003. Nice one. Real nice book. Stephen King, The Wastelands, Dark Tower 3 in brand new condition. $3. 15 seconds. Up and running. A Five Nights at Freddy's book. I do, yes. Let me grab that. Is that your pre-bid down there, I'm assuming? Let me show it to you. Happy to show you that. All right. Put the king over here. Here he is. Five Nights at Freddy's, The Silver Eyes. Scott Cawthon. Kira Breed Risley. One little color breaking crease down here. But spine's in excellent condition. Spine looks great. Nice and square. Bright white pages. 2016. Nice one. Yeah, except for this little corner crease. Doesn't even look creased. Looked like it got bumped. Doesn't even really flip, but let's run that one for you. There we go. $3, 15 seconds, up and running. Hushed Poetic Lark, in at 4. Down the last 3 seconds. All right, very nice. Hushed Poetic Lark. We do this for a first purchase.
That was easy.
That was easy. Hopefully the first of many. Thank you so much. Oh, they love those. Oh, that's great. Oh, and you're a teacher too. Cool. Awesome. Enjoy that one. I occasionally do a children's book show too. So yeah, give me a follow, and I'm in a group that does a kids book raid train every once in a while, and then I've got so many great books. I'm a big advocate for children's reading and literacy, and so I got all kinds of great stuff. I think so, anyway. I'm gonna save my coupon for your sci-fi books, hoping to get some Warhammer. Okay, there you go. I didn't have a chance to look yet to go dig through them, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, this is I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. All right, this is the Will Smith tie-in. Still got a few stickers on the back there. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, yeah, good stuff. So, this is the classic Richard Matheson novel, I Am Legend. So, sometimes I'm just going to get right to it. Often I ask my friends here in the show, name the 3 movies based on this book. Well, there's the Will Smith version, and then there's the original movie, The Last Man on Earth, starring Vincent Price. The box is a little beat up, but it's got the DVD in here, and it's in excellent shape. Excellent, excellent shape. And of course, you've got the Omega Man, which was the 1970s kind of trippy version of it, right? I'm going to throw this in. I'm going to throw the movie in with the book. I'm going to throw the movie in with the book if anybody's interested. Read the original source material and then check out the Vincent Price movie. You can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with that. For $3, come on. Lord Pizza, what's up? Ooh, can't do the book in a movie? All right. I mean, hey, it's not dinner in a movie, but still. All right, the classic one. Do not read this book in the dark. The Exorcist. This is the original movie tie-in. See the movie. It's the most electrifying thing that will ever happen to you. Yes, it is. Yes, it was. We got a red copy here. Not red, it's purple, but it's been red. Light crease on the spine. Book jokes, free of charge. No charge for the book jokes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Try the veal. All right, this book's been out there. This book's been out there. It's only the 22nd printing, 1972. See the movie. It's the most electrifying thing that will ever. What's the most electrifying thing that's ever happened to you? Let me know in the chat. If you type in The Exorcist, you get bonus points. Up and running, $3. 5 seconds left. I think the most electrifying thing that happened to me was I tried taking a nightlight, plugging a nightlight into the wall socket in the dark, and stuck my finger in the light socket. That was pretty electrifying. That's a true story. All right. S.P. Sumtow, author of Moondance. Vampire Junction, the closest thing to a nightmare ever put on paper, so says Robert Bloch. He should know. This is a tour book. Welcome to Timmy Valentine's world. Valentine is a pop star, the idol of millions of young girls and boys. His voice would make the angels weep and his eyes hold you in thrall. He appears to be about 11 years old. He's actually over 2,000. He's a vampire. Hate when that happens. Book's in real nice shape. Little spotting on the front and back inside covers, but spine's in great shape. $3, 15 seconds. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to grab these three over here, and I'm going to put the other stack back. As people come in, they can see what we got sitting here. We'll put the king here, and we'll plop the Anne Rice back on top. All right. You can go there. You can go up here. You were over there. And next three books coming your way. Nice little Dean Koontz. Odd Thomas. Odd Thomas. Nice movie, too. Real nice movie. Stars the guy that was on the Star Trek movie who unfortunately died in a horrible accident in his driveway. I'm blanking out on his name right now, but spine's in nice shape. Odd Thomas, Dean Koontz. See what we got going inside. I've heard from more than a handful of people on Whatnot who have said they've met Dean Koontz, or they talked to him at a book show or a con or something, and that he himself is comes off as kind of a bit of an odd Thomas. $3, 15 seconds. Dean Koontz. Author's name is huge, but the book title is small, says Wonders. Yeah, right? Dean Koontz! Oh, they do that on some of the King books, too. Just to be fair. But yes. Haunted. Kelly Armstrong. Smart, sexy, and supernatural. Meet the women of the other world. Spine's in great shape. The afterlife isn't all it's cracked up to be in this thrilling new novel from the author of Industrial Magic. A rebellious and formerly deceased witch must cross into the darkest dimensions to stop a killer from destroying everything she loves for all time. There you go. Haunted. Kelly Armstrong. Up and running. Yeah, I say that about Stephen King, but he's the same guy that makes a cameo in all of his movies, right? Based on his books. Haunted. This one's kind of interesting. I like finding these kind of books. This topic. Death's Door. True stories of near-death experiences. From all walks of life, from all over the world, they are bound together by the mysterious phenomenon called near-death experiences. One of my last book shows that I did horror at, I had a book that was near-death experiences, but the author didn't see the white light and see the pearly gates and hear harps. He says he went to hell. and recounted his story of hell. 1996. Nice brand new looking copy. $3, 15 seconds. Last few seconds. All right. Camera Rose, welcome, welcome. All right, let me grab these over here now. Keep Vincent Price over here. Let me grab these. More Dean Koontz. And Peter Straub down here. All right. Let's bring these over this way. Those are the big books. Those are the big books. As in physically big books. We'll finish up with those in a little bit. All right, but first, Peter Straub, Floating Dragon. Let the terror begin again. This is kind of neat. It's solid blue, but you can see the embossing of the dragon in there. That's pretty cool. Very clever. Very clever, Peter Straub, or your publisher. Spine's in great shape. Little crease on the back corner there. The quiet suburban town of Hampstead is threatened by two horrors. One is natural, the hideous, unstoppable creation of man's power gone mad. The other is not natural at all, and it makes the first look like child's play. Child's Play, also a horror novel. Looks in nice shape. Off-white pages, no writing, no stamps. Spine's in great shape. Floating Dragon, Peter Straub. 15 seconds, $3. If there's anything you'd like to bundle, let me know. If there's anything you see in the store, let me know. In the auction or the buy it now. If there's any books you see in front of you here, all these in the back here are not in the store right now. So I always try to keep a good inventory in the store, and then new stuff before I have a chance to kind of go through it and photograph it and get it in the store. I just bring here $3 starts generally and go from there. All right, a little more Dean Koontz. Midnight. Again, spine's in nice shape. The citizens of Moonlight Cove, California are changing. Some are losing touch with their deepest emotions, others are surrendering to their wildest urges, and a few who remain unchanged are absolutely terrified. If not brutally murdered in the dead of night, Dean Koontz, the best-selling master of suspense, invites you into the shocking world of A Moonlight Cove, where four unlikely survivors face a terror beyond the darkest realms of human nature. Well, there you go. Sounds like a party on a Saturday night. All right. The obligatory Dean Koontz photo. All right. Nice shape. Again, spine in great shape. Nice and square. Midnight, Dean Koontz. $3, 15 seconds. Down the last 4 seconds. Okay, next. Here's a fun one. This one, did I have one of these last night? I might have, right? Sister, I should go double check. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I think we saw one of these. Yeah, Barb and J.C. Hendy. A Novel of the Noble Dead. Yeah, some of these are hard. Like, there's fantasies with horror, and there's horror with fantasy, and part vampire, part human, perfect hunter. Yeah, let me go get that book. Damphira and Thieves of Lives. Sister of the Dead. Mix of Lord of the Rings and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. An engaging adventure. Sister of the Dead. So last night I ran my fantasy book show. Yeah, these two guys. Yeah. The husband and wife team there. Hold on a sec. Let me go get that other book. Sister of the Dead. I found it. All right. Thanks for hanging out there. Bam! How about that? Yeah, I remembered this from last night, so let's keep these together. They got vampires, we'll keep them in the horror show. There's definitely a fantasy element, though, yeah? Part vampire, part human, perfect hunter. Forget which one is book one. Sisters of the Dead may be the first in the series. I think it is, because there's nothing there. Let's see what it says here. Thief of Lives. Do-do-do.
Shopping with your parents.
Yeah, Damn Fierce, Sister of the Dead, Thief. So anyway, it's a twofer. Two books in the series. Let's do them. Let's do them.
While you keep an eye on their spending.
All right, $3 each, 2 for $5. 15 seconds, up and running.
Saw you stayed on budget. Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select.
Big Brother's thinking about it. There you go. Thank you. By the way, Big Brother, all the books from last night are already in the hands of the post office. Thank you for that. They went out this morning. So these will be right behind it. All right, up next. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, up next, we got another movie tie-in, The Relic, Preston and Child. I thought the movie was pretty good. I didn't know where it was going for a minute, but not too bad. A little wear on the spine, a little wear on the corners. Looks like we got a little mug ring here. I mean, look how stylized the cover is. They put a little ring around the relic. Look at that. Book's in real nice shape. Some tanning on the inside covers. The Relic. Up for 3, 15 seconds. Jen, good evening. Thanks for coming on in. Carl, good to see you. All right, up next, Ellen Schreiber, Vampire Kisses, The Dance with a Vampire. The most important night of the year is drawing near, but not without a little trouble from the underworld. Dullville's newest night-faring intruder may only be a tween, but Raven knows that Valentine Maxwell, the younger sibling of two nefarious vampires, is a full-size menace. There you go. Valentine becomes even more of a threat when he befriends her brother Billy. Raven must try to shield Billy even as the biggest excitement of the year approaches, attending prom with her immortal love Alexander. There you go. Looking good there. Dance with a Vampire. Sounds like Prom with a Vampire. All right. Go to the prom later. How about this one? Red Dragon. Prequel to all that fun Hannibal Lecter stuff. Thomas Harris. Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and then Red Dragon. How about that? Red Dragon's an engine designed for one purpose: to make the pulse pound, the heart palpitate, and the fear glands secrete. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. There you go. Nice copy. Just a little light tanning. You got the embossed dragon cover, and the number 7 stamped on the top. $3, 15 seconds. All right. Up next, let's bring the big boys down. Let's bring the big boys down. Here we go. Right over here. Stack right in the middle. Here it comes. All right, first off, let me just, I do a music show on Sundays usually. All kinds of CDs, cassettes, vinyl on occasion. So when you're hunting down CDs, you find stuff like this sometimes. World War Z, Max Brooks, book on CD, full cast. Look, listen to who's on here. Max Brooks as the interviewer, Alan Alda as Arthur Sinclair, and yes, Carl Reiner as Jurgen Warbrunn. Carl Reiner's on this one. Dean Edwards, Mark Hamill is on here. John Turturro is on here. Rob Reiner is on here. Rob Reiner. Jay Sanders, Becky Ann Baker. I mean, it's crazy. Mel Brooks, Carl Reiner, and Rob Reiner. Come on. All right. I'll show you the discs real quick. They're all in excellent shape. Here's disc 5. I'll just show you as an example. They're all pretty much in mint or near mint condition. They're all here. Here's disc 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all there. 6 hours, 5 CDs. All right. Very interesting list of people on that one. I'm going to keep the weight low, let it rip at 5. I might do a show where I just play that in the background. Not that I'm going to be doing a 6-hour horror show, but maybe I'll break out the CD player and maybe we'll do like 3 2-hour shows where we'll just listen to it. Well, I'll try to sell a few books too, but you know what I'm saying. All right, here's the big boy. The big boy. Check this out. From the classic library, Frankenstein and Dracula. 2 classics. I'm not even going to crack it open because you open it that far and that's where the tension is. So it's never even been really fully opened. All right. Boards are in nice shape. Got a few illustrations in there. I wonder if Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is going to win any Academy Awards this year. I saw it. I thought it was very good. I was kind of honestly surprised it won a Golden Globe, but good for him. I like anything Guillermo del Toro. So very, very cool book. Heavy duty. All right. I keep the weight low, but we're gonna run this one for 10. 15 seconds, $10. Hardcover, like new, Frankenstein and Dracula, classics. Looking good sitting up on a shelf somewhere. All right, we'll keep Frankie and Drac over there. This one, I don't know, well, I wouldn't say this is controversial, but the Holy Kabbalah, study of the secret tradition in Israel. Now, some people consider this a book of mysticism. Others consider it part of biblical or biblical related text. Probably first came into the mainstream culture when Madonna started practicing Kabbalah and talking about it publicly. So if you're ever curious, $5, up and running. Glenn, good to see you. Viking stopped in. Viking, how you doing? Jennifer's here. Rob Lev back in here. Thanks everybody for coming on in. Sorry if I missed you in the chat. Appreciate everybody coming in, checking out the books, hanging out. Here's another cool one. Great movie. Great movie. Love the, what is it, the Swedish version? Love the Swedish version. I love the American version. Let the Right One In. Brand new book. Not a crease on the spine. I love the book. I love the movies. I love both movies. They're both great. I'm a big vampire guy, if you can't tell. Way into the vampire stuff. Very cool. Oh, yep. Publisher, the whole 9 yards. Real nice one. Brand new, big book. I'm going to keep the weight low. Let's start it for 3. Great vampire story. right, thanks for checking that one out. This one. This is a whole genre of horror that some people just collect this exclusively. Real Haunting Stories. Real Hauntings, True American Ghost Stories by Hans Holzer. I live in Pennsylvania, and I had one for the county in Pennsylvania where I live, and I was like, get this thing out of my house. It's freaking me out. You know that pub I go to for a beer every once in a while? Yeah, well, looks like it might have gotten a little wet here. There's a little bleeding. Let's take a look here. Just on that inside. Yeah, I don't see anything on any of the other pages here. Let's see what it looks like on the inside here. Let's take the dust jacket off. Maybe a little stain. Yeah, it looks like it might have had a little wetness. Looks fine though on the outside. All right, cool. Real Hauntings, True American Ghost Stories. Let's take a quick look, see if there's anything in here that might be near you. Oh, Lansdowne, PA. Oh boy, here we go. There's more PA. This is the Barnes & Noble, 1995. Ghosts in New England. Ghosts in New York State. A Staten Island ghost. Add your own joke there, my friends. The ghost from Pennsylvania to the Midwest. Ghosts in the American South. Ghosts in California. All right. Real Hauntings. True American Ghost Stories. Hardcover. $3, 15 seconds. All right. Up next, Jeffrey Deaver, The Skin Collector. Yikes. That looks like a guy that would write a book called The Skin Collector. I'm just saying. All right. He's the guy that brought you The Bone Collector. Who's in that movie? Angelina Jolie and who else was in that movie? Angelina Jolie. I'm blanking. All right. Anyway, the same guy that did Bone Collector. It's Skin Collector, another Lincoln Rhyme novel. Was that Denzel? Was Denzel in the Bone Collector movie? Somebody check that for me. The Skin Collector. Here we go. It is a first edition May 2014 copy. Real nice. Nice one. Skin Collector hardcover. Again, I'm going to keep the weight low. $5. Last few seconds. All right, this next one. This is my favorite book. I have a copy of this. I've got the sequel to this book as well. This is another copy that I was able to find. Very happy to check it out. 22 Tales of Sex and Horror. Stephen King, Ruth Rendell, Clive Barker, Steve Darnaldson. I'll show you the list. I Shudder at Your Touch. Hardcover. Rock. Stephen King, Valerie Martin, Middleton, Rendell, Parkinson, Duncan, Blumen, Sinclair, McGrath, Aikman, Banks, Hitchens, Zinnes, Gilchrist, Carroll, Fowler, McCormick, Cave, Dish, Carter, Donaldson, and Clive Barker. So, compilation of stories that deal with sex that have a horror element to them. Book is in real nice shape. Again, it's got tension to it. So, Hasn't been open. Excellent book. Can't recommend this enough. Shutter at Your Touch. I know for a fact it sells for $10 or so. Easy. Let's do 6. Higher Level. Good to see you. Skylar, welcome. Karen, thanks everybody who comes on in. I do appreciate it. If you're bopping around show to show looking for some books, feel free to check out the store, throw down some pre-bids. Always a great way to get some books. And speaking of good books, let's put a few of these together here. I've got 2 Hollow Cities, the second novel, and I've got a copy of the third novel of Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children. They're both brand new, pretty much. This one's got looks like a little crease, but I don't know. The way this book feels doesn't seem like it. Third novel and the second novel, Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children. Nothing on this one. Clean as a whistle. Great shape. Hollow City. So that's books 2 and 3. I think I sold book. Or do I have book 1 in the store? Hold on a second. I think I have it in the store, don't I? Ransom Rigs. Let's see. Is it in here? Yeah, sure it is. All right. Anybody want a complete trilogy? Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Second novel, Hollow City. And third book, Library of Soul. I keep meaning to put those other 2 in the store with it. And I guess I'm lazy because that hasn't happened yet. But let's do all 3 of them. Why not? All 3 books. Let me see. Let me pull up Miss Peregrine's in the store. All right. So I got Miss Peregrine's in the store for $9. It's a brand new book. We got the other 2. How about let's just do 15 for all 3, $5 a book. Again, I'm going to keep the weight low. I'm going to save you. You're not going to pay $9.21. I do use flat rate shipping in all my shows. But lately I've just been running a lot of stuff in that 4 to 7 ounce range. Just makes it easier, I think, as a buyer to jump on in. So $15, keeping that weight low. $15, 15 seconds, all 3 books. Miss Peregrine. It is. It will be someday. Yeah, I'm probably going to put this in the buy it now as a group like that. And then I have the extra Hollow City that we'll keep out. Speaking of great deals, check out this one. These are fun too. Hushed. Yeah, Hushed. I don't know if you're still here, but talk about good, fun horror books for kids. We've got Edgar Allan Poe, The Gold Bug and Other Tales, the Dover Thrift Edition. Edgar Allan Poe classic. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Nice Scholastic edition. And more Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I did see the motion picture. I thought it was pretty good. Again, it was Guillermo del Toro involved in that, right? So you know it's going to be good and creepy when he gets involved. But so there you go, three cool paperbacks. Do all 3, 4. Let's see. How about lucky number 7? $7, all 3 books. Scary 1, Scary 2, Edgar Allan Poe. All right, there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me put these back here, and then we'll do a little scan. And then I'm going to give a quick check for any other pre-bids that might have popped up in there. All right, here's the books. Here's the books. Let me check for pre-bids here real quick. All right, I think all the pre-bids we went through. All right, so let me give a quick little scan here. If you see anything that you like, again, these are not in the store. Let me know. I'm always happy to bundle stuff together. Just let me know in the chat. Death's Door, Haunted, Odd Thomas, Vampire Junction. You got some Anne Rice. They got those 3 on the top, got a little wear on them. Give a nice low price on those. Merrick, Ramses the Damned, and Vittorio the Vampire. Cry to Heavens, Like New. We got the Stephen King, Wastelands. That's Dark Tower Book 3. Movie tie-in with The Exorcist. Movie tie-in with I Am Legend. The Exorcist. Sure, let me grab that for you. Let's take a look. Now, if you buy this book, you got to read it with the lights on. I'm not responsible if you read this in the dark, in a dark room or I'm not responsible for what might happen. That's my public disclaimer. All right, here we go. All right, there it is. The Exorcist, William Peter Blatty. See the movie. It's the most electrifying thing that will ever happen to you. It's got a little light crease there on the spine. Little spotting on the back and front covers. Pages are nice. Just off-white. It was printed more than a few times. This is a 1974 22nd printing. So there you go. Nice reader copy. Definitely a nice copy to read. $3, 15 seconds. Camera Roses in. Thank you so much. Last few seconds. All right. Rose in with the first purchase. You know what we got to do? We do this here on the Cool and Common stream.
That was easy.
That was easy. Thank you so much. Hopefully the first of many. And you have unlocked bronze. I do use the rewards program here on Whatnot. So I don't make you buy $600 worth of books and watch for 36 hours to get a $2 coupon. As soon as you buy something, you get a coupon. So thanks very much. Feel free to use that as you so desire. I do book shows pretty much every Wednesday, and every week it's a different genre. So typically, I do an antiquarian book show, followed by a adult topics and related. So it's not like it's not a Playboy or a Hustler magazine show. It's books about books for adults about sex, relationships, gender roles, all that kind of stuff. It's been an interesting show. Mystery and suspense, fantasy. I did my fantasy show yesterday because I had to push it a week. Horror tonight. Then we got sci-fi, and then a kids book show. So give me a follow. Come by, check them out. I always try to keep the next show loaded and push the inventory forward, so you can always check out what books are in the store and throw down any pre-bids. So thank you very much, Rose. All right, here is the second row. This was the big boy books, right? The heavier, the bigger ones. We got that nice classic library hardcover of Frankenstein and Dracula. Let the Right One In. That's a brand new one. The Kabbalah. I Shudder at Your Touch. Jeffrey Deaver, The Skin Collector. I don't know if that's a sequel or a prequel to The Bone Collector. Real Hauntings, a Barnes & Noble book. I do have the full trilogy of Miss Peregrine, books 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if they're up to book 4 yet, not 4 or not yet. The Gold Bug and Other Stories, Edgar Allan Poe, and the 2 Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books. And then last but not least, World War Z, book on CD. Red Dragon, Thomas Harris. We've got Dance with a Vampire, Relic, Midnight, and Floating Dragon. All right. Love an old mass market. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Shudder at Your Touch. Let me show you. Yeah, this is a great book. I highly recommend this. There is a sequel. This is the first of 2 books in the series. 22 Tales of Sex and Horror. King, Clive Barker, and others. So here's the authors. And the little one. Yeah. This is a fun book. I do have I got that Dark Tower 3 paperback, but if you're a King fan, you probably have that one. But yeah, this one's great. I actually have both books in my personal collection. This is an extra copy. Excellent condition. I think I ran it. Let's see. That's a $10 book easy. I ran it last time for $8. So let me run it again for 8. You're on the last book of the Dark Tower series, are you really? Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna run this one for 8. If you're interested. If not, that's okay too. Ah, thank you very much. Yeah, there's a little bit more King in the store actually. So if there's any King that you don't have that you want me to pull out of there, just let me know. I'm happy to do that for you. Thank you so much for this. I hope you really enjoy that one. And then let me see. Where was the other? Where did I put those 2 books? The Damn Fear books. How come I don't see them up here? We didn't sell those, did we? I don't think we did. Oh, we did. Yes, we did. All right, never mind. Yeah, Big Bro got those. Alrighty. Let's see. What else is going on here? Alright, no more pre-bids. Fantasy, romantasy. Alright. Alright, I tell you what, guys. I think we're going to call it a night, but stick with me. Let's do a raid. We're going to raid my friend at Sci-Fi Paperbacks. And he's got a great show going on tonight. Alright. So let's go check him out. Thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate you. Hope to see you again next Wednesday at the next Cool and Common Book Show. Until then, my friends, keep everything cool, common, collected. See you next time.